Hey guys, I'm back posting another video. Been video busy, just a little crazy today with the videos. I'm bored, I'm off of work, and I'm having a bad week, so I'm trying to keep my mind occupied. I know there's a lot of guys out there, and there's been a couple of videos on how to dry fire your AK safely. And there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and you should do this, you shouldn't do this, and what if you do this? I'm going to show you the one way that I found, which is argumentative, the easiest, the safest to keep your firing pin safe, so you don't have to go through the hassle of changing it or paying somebody to do it. Some people say it's not good for your trigger mechanism or your hammer. I've been doing it with this gun. It's not something that other people haven't done, and it's really, as long as you don't do it excessively, like anything in excess is not good. This is actually not a bad way to do it, and it's fairly simple. First and foremost, when you get your AK, you see there's no magazine, there's no rounds. Basically, what you want to do is you go to set, you take off your dust cover and take out your spring and your bolt carrier system. Now, this is where it's key. Remove your bolt. Take your bolt out. My goodness, it's hard to do this while you're watching the camera. Put your bolt carrier back in. Put your spring assembly back in. Dust cover back on. There you go. Simple. Now when it fires, doesn't hit the firing pin because the firing pin is located inside your bolt. That's your firing pin right there, that small dot in the center. So long as that's not being struck by the hammer fall, there's nothing happening to your firing pin. Now if you want to see exactly what is clicking and making that noise, what you do is charge back the bolt carrier, let it slide forward. Your hammer is now cocked back here. When you pull the trigger, I'll show you in slow motion. Squeeze the trigger, release the hammer. The hammer swings forward. There's no bolt to hit. Now, there is, however, move the spring out of the way. This bar here that goes across the front of your trigger assembly, right underneath where your magazine loads. When you do pull the trigger, it's hitting that bar. Some people say that will cause wear on your hammer. I've been doing it. I know other people that have been doing it. Your hammer's such a solid piece of steel. It's going to take a lot. Not to say that over time, excessively, if I sat here and did this all day, every day for an excessive amount of time, I'm sure I'd break down that whole mechanism. But honestly, like I said, I'm not the only one that does this. I know a lot of people that do it. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't cause excessive amount of damage. And then when you're done dry firing and practicing in your home, you just put it reversed. Just throw your bolt back in. Turn it. Again, hard to do this when I'm trying to watch myself in the camera. Set the bolt in the bolt carrier. Set the bolt carrier in. Slide that forward. Now with the bolt back in, if you don't want to hit that firing pin, you could do what I did earlier. Squeeze the trigger. Releasing the hammer. Release it slowly with your finger, and you're done. Place the dust cover, and you're good to go. So if you're looking for an easy way to dry fire and practice with your AK in the house without damaging your bolt, your firing pin, just remove the bolt. There's other lever action rifles that you can use that use that bolt carrying system where you can remove the bolt and do the same thing. It's a little bit of a hassle to take it apart, put it back together, and then dry fire and practice, take it apart, put it back together. But if you go to the range and fire, come home, clean it, it's basically the same thing. Also, it's a good way to keep an eye on your internals, see if they're drying out, if you need to oil or grease them, if there's been any signs of dust or dirt getting in there, anything like that, just to keep an eye on stuff. But I know there's a lot of videos, a lot of people have asked. It was something I was talking about with a friend earlier today. That's a way that we do it. So just a quick little tip. Any other tips that you guys pass on to me or appreciate it? Anything I hear about, I try to pass on to you. So and just like I always do, friends, thanks for friending. Subscribers, thanks for subscribing. Those who haven't, please do so, and I'll come out with videos as often as possible, and there'll probably be something that you want to see or need to see. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching this one.